There are whispers in the shadows. They speak of secret societies and hidden agendas. They tell of powerful individuals pulling the strings of governments and shaping the destiny of humanity. These whispers speak of the Illuminati and the New World Order. Are these just paranoid fantasies, or do they hint at a truth too dangerous to ignore? For centuries, these questions have lingered in the shadowy corners of our collective consciousness. Our world is awash in symbols and conspiracies. The lines between fact and fiction blur. We are bombarded with information, yet true knowledge remains elusive. This is the world we find ourselves in, a world where the quest for truth has become a labyrinthine journey. The allure of the unknown is a powerful force. It draws us in, urging us to seek answers in the shadows. The Illuminati, with its origins shrouded in secrecy, has become a focal point for this quest. Its very name evokes a sense of mystery, of hidden knowledge and power. But what is the truth behind the whispers? Are we truly beholden to a clandestine group manipulating world events from the shadows? Or are these fears merely the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by our innate desire to find patterns in the chaos of the world? The story of the Illuminati begins in Bavaria in 1776. Adam Weishaupt, a professor of law, founded this secret society. He called it the Order of the Illuminati, pursuing enlightenment through reason and knowledge. The Illuminati embraced ideals of reason, secularism, and individual liberty. Operating in secrecy, members used ciphers and aliases. Within a decade, Bavarian authorities infiltrated and dismantled the order. Despite its short lifespan, the Illuminati's legacy would resonate far beyond the borders of 18th century Bavaria. The order's sudden downfall, coupled with its secretive nature, fueled speculation and conspiracy theories. Whispers of the Illuminati's survival persisted, transforming the organization from a historical footnote into a symbol of clandestine power and shadowy influence. One of the most enduring claims is the Illuminati's alleged role in the French Revolution. Conspiracy theorists point to the revolution's anti-monarchist and secular themes as evidence of the Illuminati's influence. They argue that the Illuminati, driven underground, continued to operate in secret, fomenting unrest and manipulating events to their advantage. While it is true that some revolutionaries were influenced by Enlightenment ideals, there is no concrete evidence linking them to the Illuminati. The French Revolution was a complex event, driven by a multitude of factors, including economic inequality, social unrest, and political instability. To attribute its origins solely to the machinations of a secret society is a simplistic and misleading interpretation of history. The concept of the New World Order is inextricably linked to the Illuminati. In conspiracy theories, the New World Order represents a totalitarian world government controlled by a cabal of elites, with the Illuminati often portrayed as the architects of this dystopian future. This New World Order seeks to abolish national sovereignty, erode individual liberties, and impose a global system of control. Proponents of this theory claim to see evidence of the New World Order in global institutions like the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund. They argue that these organizations are tools used by the elite to advance their agenda of global domination, chipping away at national sovereignty and concentrating power in the hands of a select few. The New World Order, in its most extreme iterations, is depicted as a world where freedom is an illusion, where every aspect of our lives is monitored and controlled. It is a world where dissent is silenced, individuality is crushed, and humanity is enslaved to the will of a ruthless and unaccountable elite. Section 5. Threads of evidence. While the claims of Illuminati influence and the New World Order are often presented with an air of certainty, they often lack concrete evidence. Conspiracy theories, by their very nature, thrive on speculation, conjecture, and the interpretation of coincidences as proof of hidden agendas. Critics point to the lack of credible evidence to support the existence of a shadowy cabal controlling world events. They argue that the world is far too complex and chaotic to be controlled by any single group, no matter how powerful or secretive. Human history, they contend, is shaped by a confluence of factors, not the whims of a select few. Furthermore, the evidence often cited by conspiracy theorists is often taken out of context or misrepresented. Symbols and gestures are imbued with sinister meanings, and historical events are reinterpreted through the lens of conspiracy. This selective use of information and manipulation of facts serves to reinforce pre-existing beliefs rather than provide a balanced and objective analysis. Section 6. The Weight of Shadows. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the belief in the Illuminati and the New World Order persists. These theories tap into our deepest fears and anxieties about the world around us. They offer a simplistic explanation for complex events, providing a sense of order and control in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. The allure of these theories lies in their ability to make us feel like we are in the know, privy to secret knowledge that most people are oblivious to. It's a seductive feeling to believe that we are not merely passive observers, but rather active participants in uncovering a grand conspiracy. However, this pursuit of hidden truths can lead us down a dangerous path. When we become fixated on conspiracy theories, we risk losing sight of reality. We begin to see patterns where none exist, attributing events to the machinations of shadowy forces rather than acknowledging the complexities of the world around us. Section 7. Architects of Reality. The power of belief is a double-edged sword. It can inspire great acts of courage and compassion, but it can also lead to fear, paranoia, and ultimately to the justification of harmful actions. The belief in the Illuminati and the New World Order is no exception. When we attribute too much power to these unseen forces, we risk becoming paralyzed by fear and inaction. If we believe that the world is controlled by an all-powerful elite, then our own agency, our ability to effect change, feels insignificant. We become resigned to our fate, convinced that resistance is futile. This sense of helplessness is precisely what the alleged conspirators would want. A population paralyzed by fear is easier to control, less likely to question authority or challenge the status quo. In this way, the belief in these conspiracies, whether true or not, can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Section 8. Manufactured Dissent. The internet has become a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, providing a platform for these ideas to spread with unprecedented speed and reach. Social media algorithms designed to keep us engaged often trap users in echo chambers, reinforcing existing beliefs and limiting exposure to alternative viewpoints. In this digital landscape, it can be difficult to discern fact from fiction. Misinformation spreads rapidly, often disguised as legitimate news or shared by trusted friends and family. This creates a climate of distrust and suspicion, where established institutions and sources of information are viewed with skepticism. While the internet has undoubtedly democratized access to information, it has also made it easier than ever to spread disinformation. The lines between legitimate news outlets and conspiracy-peddling blogs blur, making it increasingly difficult for individuals to navigate this complex information landscape. Section 9. The Allure of Secrets. The enduring fascination with the Illuminati and the New World Order speaks to a deeper human need, the desire to find meaning and order in a chaotic world. Conspiracy theories offer a sense of control in a world that often feels unpredictable and overwhelming. They provide simplistic explanations for complex events, attributing them to the actions of unseen forces rather than acknowledging the randomness and chaos inherent in human affairs. This desire to uncover hidden truths is further fueled by our innate curiosity and our fascination with the unknown. Secrets, by their very nature, are tantalizing. They hint at a hidden world, a world of power and intrigue that lies just beyond our grasp. This allure of the forbidden is a powerful force, driving us to seek answers in the shadows, even when those answers may be elusive or non-existent.